So in the last video I have already explained you that is how to take the input from the GST. Let us see more about input here. See, don't get confused. As I told you, we have to prepare this report, but only for GST calculation we cannot take input as per our report. Remember, we have to go online and take this input. And how to go to the online? Go to the site called gst.gov.in. Okay, then you have to log in that site, gst.gov.in. Then log into that site, then return dashboard. When you go to the return dashboard, you are getting here, select the month, click on search and all that. Okay, so click on search and all that. Okay, click on search and all that, and then you have to click on GSTR2B, the auto drafted ITC statement. Remember this, everything whatever we are purchasing from the party or other expenditure bill, everything comes here automatically. Okay, and when you click here, it will display there. See, it will display there, and this input, this value, we have to write down here in our report. This is what input as per which input as per GSTR2B, remember, from the online. Okay, and this input we have to do, we have to use for GST calculations. Okay, and you know how to do the calculations. The method whatever I have explained in the last video is the same method we have to follow here. So only thing, we have to take this as an input. We cannot take that this as an input for GST calculations. Output minus input, output minus input, output minus input. But follow the same procedure explained in the last video. If IGST is a negative here, then it will be adjusted in the CGST and HGST. If all are positive after making the calculation output minus input, if all are positive, then everything you have to pay to the government. If all are negative, you don't have to pay to the government. Okay, and if IGST is if your CGST and SGST is negative but IGST is positive, remember, IGST you have to pay to the government. Understood, no? If all are negative, you don't have to pay to the government. If all are positive, you have to pay to the government. Okay, how to pay we'll see later on. But if CGST and SGST is negative and IGST is a positive, you have to pay that IGST to the government. But if IGST is a negative and the CGST and SGST is a positive, okay, then that IGST will be adjusted in the CGST and SGST for GST calculation. That I have explained you in the last video. Okay, that is the same thing, but only thing, for GST calculation we have to take input from the online. Remember, only that is the latest development. Okay, don't make that mistakes. That is very, very important.